It's like that Dr. Pepper one where they're throwing the balls at the college football games.
Dude, those guys are
Perfect
so
passer
bad.
rating. Yeah, bro, they're always throwing them like this.
Yeah, or have you seen the ones that go like two hand over the head? I'm
Yeah,
like, what
get
is
the
this,
right
rugby,
form.
dude?
Drop back,
Go out there,
set your
coach them
feet.
up. Dude, I was at Dave and Buster yesterday. My girl started throwing it like this. I was like, no, absolutely
Oh,
not.
cheater.
I was like, dude, put that ball in your right hand, grip the laces, and rip that thing. Come
Yeah,
on, dude.
you want
Come
perfect
on.
spirals.
Yeah.
No wobbly
Damn it.
ball.
Line down. Do it again. Hey, we're just trying to have fun.
It's
No,
that
it's not
John
fun.
Gruden clip. You
Oh,
know
it's
that
funny.
one in Tampa where he's like, "Come on, get the damn play call."
All right, come on, Mike. Come on, Mike. Hurry up. Call the damn play.
It's
25
spider
seconds.
Y left.
X2, Y banana, XZ, Y cross. What's so complicated about that? Bro, you just gave me a novel.
It's
You
a
gotta
long play
shorten
call.
this down, bro.
Yeah, can we take it point by point? Like, come on. All right.
Each position.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome in to episode number 3 of Booth Talk. Connor Larson and Trevor Tanner. Welcome in to another one. Thank you guys for tuning in to the last two. Thank you all for tuning in today. And then in this episode, we're going to be going over NFL Week 16, recapping these games. A lot of great games over the weekend, as well as college football round 1 of the playoff. There was two, I guess, one great game, one okay game, and two uh, pretty bad games on Friday and Saturday, and then we'll pick Niners Colts Monday Night Football as well. Whoa, kind of sounded weird on my end. Trevor, how you doing? And we're ready to get into it whenever you are, bro.
Not feeling great after my picks. I know you're talking a lot of trash, saying my picks aren't good, and I agreed. Definitely didn't say I know more ball than you. Um,
Yeah, you might have
Dude,
doubled down on the ball knowledge that you supposedly have, but
okay. In my defense, all the games I lost were like last second, bro. Like these
there were
could have
some
gone
games
either
I was
way.
worried about. I was like really hoping.
But I mean, we'll get into it later. But I'm fine with losing the Denver pick. Uh, as a Charger fan, that was great to see.
Yeah, honestly, surprised you picked them, considering being a Chargers fan. But you know,
I gotta be unbiased sometimes.
sure, sure, yeah. But
But
yeah,
yeah,
man,
man.
we'll start it off this week with or this episode with Week 16, and we'll start all the way back on Thursday night. Bro, this might be one of the best games of the year between the Rams and the Seahawks. A 1 point win for Seattle, 38-37 at home. They take the lead in the NFC West. And they came back from 16 points in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a comeback by Seattle at home, getting a big divisional win, as you mentioned, taking control of the NFC West. I mean, I think everyone thought they were kind of out of it those last couple of minutes and forced overtime and had the guts to go for two, which probably the right call. I don't like ending in a tie. I hate that rule.
No,
We got to change that. Um, we saw it earlier on Sunday night with, I believe it's Packers Cowboys. That's why
yeah,
their record is all weird. Like, figure out something to change that. But yeah, man, Seattle and Sam Darnold looking good out there. Got the big win, and dude, the division's in their hands now.
yeah, yeah. Darnold looked rough, to start the game. But when he needed to come up clutch, he did. Had the game-winning touchdown pass to the tight end Barner. Um, Dude, this game was over in the fourth quarter. Like halfway through, the Rams were in complete and total control. And then in the span of like I don't know 5-6 minutes, they managed the game to get tied up back up, and it really started with that Rashid uh, Shaheed punt return, bro. That flipped the script. That dude is speedy, and as soon as he took that back to the house, uh, Seattle took momentum, and the Rams just started to play sloppy football.
Yeah, and I believe I texted you, but the Rams are really missing Devontae Adams out there on those last couple of drives. Like they were trying to
100%.
force feed the ball to Puka, which he ended up scoring that touchdown to give him the lead in overtime. but like they were double teaming them because they knew that was pretty much the only weapon that they had offensively. If
Yeah.
they would have had Devontae Adams, they probably would have won that game. Like Matthew Stafford only had one dude to look out there. Seattle knew that. Didn't really matter, obviously, because then their defense ended up not getting a stop, and that's what I mean. You gotta get a stop.
Yeah.
You can't blame it. Oh, we didn't have this guy. Oh well, everyone has injuries. You had a chance. Your offense gave you a chance to win the game, get a stop, and you didn't do it. So
Yeah. Yeah. This was a really good game, and Seattle really proved themselves against a really, really good team, a Rams team that during that fourth quarter when they scored the Rams scored a touchdown to go up. I think it was like two scores or something like that in the fourth, and I was like, yeah, they're going to the Super Bowl. Like, ain't nobody beating this team. And then they just fell apart. And they just started to play sloppy on all three areas. Puka ate. Puka had a crazy game, two touchdowns, 225. Um, Also, that Cooper Cup catch, was it overtime or late in the fourth quarter? Like the toe drag on
yeah,
the sideline,
yeah,
crazy play.
dude, that was insane. As you mentioned, Puka, incredible game. Unfortunately, went against him in playoffs for fantasy
Mm,
football. Dropped a
yeah,
nice
that'll
little
kill you.
45 bomb on my head. I love that. Nice. But yeah, man, I mean, the Rams are still a good team, but they got to be able to clean it up in the fourth quarter. I mean, it's hard to say that they're a Super Bowl team when you just saw them go toe to toe with a team like this and choke away a 16-point lead with a couple minutes left in the game.
Yeah.
Um, are they still a good team? Yes, but they got to clean up those areas on defense for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, you mentioned it, like, they were definitely missing Devontae, and you could tell that, like, I mean, when you have 2 number 1 receivers on your team at the same time with the running game that they have, like, it opens up a lot, um, and it makes it harder for the defense. So, like, Seattle with a great defense that they have, it becomes easier to be like, "Okay, we just have to defend Puka," and he still got his because he's a great receiver. He's one of the best in the league. Um, but this was a big win for Seattle. Like against really, really good teams sometimes, especially with Darnold and what he does the last 2 years against high quality opponents, you've seen him come short. And with the game they had earlier in the year in LA where Darnold threw 4 picks, it was like, okay, like this is their chance, to get this lead in the division, to beat a really good Rams team in the division. And they did that. Division and the NFC as a whole still up for grabs. But right now, it runs through Seattle. Yeah, that was a great game. Rams play the Falcons next week, and Seahawks play the Panthers. So I feel like both those two teams should win. Uh, hey,
You would think
Carolina,
so.
Carolina's pretty good though.
Bryce Young's looking pretty good, man.
Yeah, yeah, we'll get to them in a minute.
Yeah.
We'll move on to the weekend. Saturday, you had the Eagles clinch a playoff spot with a 29-18 victory over the Commanders. A pretty one-sided game. Washington, we said it on the last episode, they don't have anything to play for this year, and that showed. Like the Eagles are just a better team this year.
Yeah, I mean, going into halftime, Washington was actually winning 10-7, so that
Hmm.
was kind of a rough start for Philly. I think everyone was kind of thinking the same thing. Like you kind of had in the back of your head like they might lose this game just the way that they played this year,
Yeah,
but they ended up pulling it out. Mariota got hurt towards the end, like towards the end of the third quarter, I believe, and they put in Josh Johnson, who's on his 85th team in his career.
seriously.
Um, so, and then the Eagles just did what they do best and run the ball. But yeah, the play calling really isn't my favorite from them. I don't know if
Mhm.
you've seen the meme when they're like Saquon up the middle, Saquon up the middle, AJ Brown deep ball, incomplete. Like that's kind of how it was looking in the first quarter, but they ended up stringing it together, and they're the first team in 20 years in that division to be a back-to-back division winner, which is
Yeah,
crazy,
yeah,
but not really for the good reasons. That division has always been one where it's like they're kind of there's one good team, and
yeah,
then the rest are just kind of crappy. But
yeah,
yeah, so that's notable. But yeah, Eagles get the win. We kind of thought that would happen.
yeah. I remember before the year, like that. That stat was, kind of circulating a lot. Like, okay, there's no back-to-back champs in the NFC East in 20 years, so it's not going to be the Eagles. It's like a lot of people. I don't remember if I picked the Commanders, but a lot of people were picking Washington based on the year they had last year. There was a couple Cowboys picks. I don't think anybody was thinking the Giants were going to be, winning that division. Um,
No.
but yeah, Philly runs it back. I'm interested to see how real they are as a playoff team. They'll host a home playoff game, but it's been the eye test all year. It's like, bro, they haven't been playing, to the level that they were last year. Like they've taken a significant step back, especially on the offensive side of the football. But yeah, they clinched the playoffs, 10-5. They got a big game next week though against the Bills. That could be a Super Bowl preview. I wouldn't doubt it. Two playoff teams, they could both make the Super Bowl.
I mean, hypothetically, they could. I don't think the Eagles are making it again this year. Just the way their offense is played, I don't trust them as much. I could see the Bills
You
in
got more
there.
faith in the Eagles or the Bills to go to the Super Bowl?
Bills, 100%.
Bills,
They don't have
okay,
to run through Kansas City anymore.
that's true. And the NFC is a
I
lot
mean,
tougher.
yeah, for sure. I mean, there's honestly probably going to be a lot of games where the away team is probably favored, I would say.
Yeah, depending on these
And at least
matchups
in the
for
first
sure.
round.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we'll see. But yeah, I if I had to pick, I'd say Buffalo. I'd have more faith in for sure.
Honestly, yeah, I would agree with that. Um, this next game right here, this was one of the best games of the weekend. Bears pull off the victory at home in overtime, 22-16. They clinch the playoffs, and Caleb Williams had an incredible throw for the dagger to end that game in overtime. Don't forget about that touchdown pass to end regulation to tie the game. The Bears are playing
The
great football right now.
Bears. They are, man. And we talked about it on Thursday's pod. If the Bears want to win, we need to keep seeing Caleb, keep leveling it up. And he did exactly that. As you mentioned, the touchdown to force it into overtime, and then that bomb of a pass to DJ Moore to end it.
Yeah,
First time since I believe 2018 that they beat the Packers, which is crazy.
man,
Um, wouldn't say that they are unowned yet. I think they're still in the rights of the Packers, but it's
100%.
it's changing, man. I mean, Caleb is balling out. Everyone wrote him off after one season
Mhm.
with he had a pretty good supporting cast. Just his O
He
line
did.
wasn't that good. Uh, but the coaching, I mean,
No.
you're seeing it with Ben Johnson. I mean, he has flipped this team around in 1 year, and the team is pretty similar to last year.
Yeah.
Everyone knew they had a pretty good roster. I think people are trying to make excuses like, "Oh, his team isn't that good." Let's calm down. He has a good
Pretty
team.
good team.
Yeah, he has a good team, but as we've seen with a lot of teams, it's who do you have calling the plays? Who do you have writing up the schemes? We've
Yeah.
seen it with a lot of teams. And dude, Ben Johnson, he's probably my candidate for coach of the year. I mean, the way he's been able to flip this team, they're looking like they're gonna win the NFC North as long as they handle business. I mean, it's in their control. So Caleb Williams, he could be the future of Chicago. And Bears fans I know are probably still riding the high after Saturday's win. So yeah, big win for the Bears. The Bears.
Yeah, I mean, this was a huge game, and the Bears the Bears are a really, really good team. I think, as you just mentioned, like Ben Johnson is a candidate, probably the favorite for coach of the year. I think it's between him and probably Mike Vrabel for what he's done in New England. But yeah, Ben Johnson, the way he's turned this team around, the way they look this year on defense, on offense, the way Caleb's been throwing the ball. This is even without Roma Dunze, who's been missing tons of time with a foot injury. Um, yeah, man, the Bears are a good team. I think they can definitely win a playoff game, um, or two, depending on the level that Caleb plays at in the playoffs. For Green Bay, this is a big loss. This one hurts. Right now, they're the seventh seed in the playoffs. There's one spot in the playoffs left. It's the seventh seed. It's either the Packers or the Lions. Packers got that advantage right now, but look, Jordan Love exited the game with a concussion. We'll see. If he gets cleared to play this upcoming game. Um, against the Ravens, and if he doesn't play, like you're relying on Malik Willis to go out there and win you a game against Lamar Jackson next week, and then if you lose that game, it comes down to week 18. And as long as the Lions don't lose and they keep doing their thing, that's a big game in week 18. Um, there's a chance these two teams meet again in the playoffs for a third time, which is interesting as well.
Yeah, very good, especially if the Bears get the 2 seed. Uh, they could meet up in the first round. Um, Malik Willis coming into the game, he didn't lose in the game, which I think is really all you can ask for. They had a couple fumbles. One came in the red zone. Both teams on their first drive went for it on 4th and 1,
Mhm.
and didn't end up getting it. Bears tried to get tricky with it, which is kind of Ben Johnson's staple, and snapped it over. How do you say that guy's name? Manungai?
Oh, yeah,
Manungai?
Monungai. He's a
Yeah.
dog.
He's a dog, but he's 5'6", and you're trying to snap it to him from 7 yards back. All right, let's think a little bit with our brains. They try to
Sure.
snap it through Cole Kmet's legs to him, and like, dude, like, where are we going? Like, what's going on with that? But Bears still end up getting the win. We'll see what the status is on Jordan Love if he'll play this week, because they gotta have him. I
Yeah,
mean, like we said, Malik Wilson losing the game, but he's not really doing anything to help them win. He's not going to give you that push. There's a reason why that experiment in Tennessee was uh,
short
quickly
last.
quickly gone. Yeah, short lived. So
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
and yeah, let's move on to these Sunday games. Some of these we'll run through pretty quickly. Some of these we'll spend more time on. Bills 23 over the Browns 20. A 3-point game in Cleveland, man. Um, Buffalo improves to 11-4. I believe they ended up clinching a playoff spot yesterday. Um, and James Cook, this dude is a beast back there in the backfield for the Bills. 2 touchdowns on 16 carries. And you got anything really to mention from this game? I was surprised to see Cleveland fight as good as they did and keep it within 3.
Yeah, I mean, you and I both mentioned we thought it was going to be an absolute bloodbath over there.
Yeah.
Um, Josh Allen didn't play that well. Shadur ended up getting hurt, I believe. And he threw a couple picks, but I think they were more like batted balls, tip balls. I still trust them. Say whatever you want to say. Till they get rid of Kevin Stefanski, I will continue to trust in him because he is tanking his career, as we have seen time and time again with this Cleveland Browns organization. Please get someone in there with football IQ.
Yeah.
Please. You are ruining your franchise. You're never going to do anything with these guys at head coach. I mean, I've never seen a coach hate a player more than Kevin Stefanski hates Shador Sanders. And people are going to say, "Oh, he's a fifth-round quarterback. Why are you guys talking about him like this?" He's not given a chance, man. I mean,
Mhm.
look at the team around him. Look at his coaching staff. He's playing pretty well with all the odds stacked against him. I mean, shout out Browns for even making this game close.
Yeah.
Buffalo is a strong team, as we mentioned earlier. They're probably a Super Bowl favorite. 3-point win, kind of shaky, but at this point in the season, you'll get a win whenever you can take it. So
That line last time we checked or when we did the pod on Thursday, the line for this game was Bills 10.5. They got it within 3. The Browns did. Yeah, your Shador Sanders thing. Stefanski's so interesting, bro. They had Baker. He was really good. Led them to the playoffs, won a playoff game. And then he injures his shoulder. And they keep playing him. Then they run him out of town for Deshaun Watson. Stefanski's like, "Yeah, Watson, I want you to be my quarterback."
yeah,
Crazy thing to say. And also, I'll give you all the money you want, fully guaranteed. And
hmm
then he's horrible. He's trash. He gets hurt. And now you don't want to play a rookie who has shown promise. Like, I was watching some of that game, and like there was a time where what was it, like 4th and 32 or 3rd and 32, 4th and 32? They were down in the 1, backed on their own 1. And Shador, like, Browns don't have a lot on offense. Like their O line could use some help. Um, but he's got some pieces over there, and he played pretty solid. Right, he can be better, but you give him more time to play. He's better than Dylan Gabriel. You know,
Yeah.
the Browns fans were booing when Shedeur went out with an injury, like he injured his pinky. The Browns fans were booing because they thought Stefanski took him out in the red zone for Gabriel. And it's like, no, he got
Jeez.
hurt, but that's how much they rather see Shedeur than Dylan Gabriel, and I'm right there with you. Like, I don't wanna see Dylan Gabriel play. All respect to him.
Yeah. I mean, shout out Dylan Gabriel. I actually was at the Rose Bowl with his mom and his family. That was pretty cool. Yeah, he's a pretty cool
Yeah, I forgot
family. All
about that,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, we were having a good time. I'll leave it at that.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, he's not gonna win you anything. Um,
No.
I don't know what Kevin Stefanski's using him. That was clearly a front office draft pick picking Shedeur Sanders. You can tell Stefanski did not want him at all. When
Yeah.
they selected him, it was like they just shot his dog. I was like, why are you so upset?
Yeah, what's the
Like
big
what?
deal, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I do get it because it's like we just drafted a quarterback. Why are we drafting another one? That doesn't really
Yeah.
make a whole lot of sense.
No.
I get it in that, but it's like I don't know. I mean, he's on your team, so deal with it.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
yeah, whatever.
Alright, moving on to, your Bolts picking up a big win on the road, 34-17. Chargers up to 11-4 on the year. You guys clinched a playoff spot, correct?
Not
Or are you
yet.
still waiting on that Colts game tonight?
Yeah, if,
Yeah.
if Indy loses, we clinch. But I mean, it's looking good. I'll say that.
Yeah. Looking good. Herbert played great, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. Quentin Johnston had a day. He played pretty good. What'd you see from your Chargers, man?
I'm gonna say this right now. All right, I'm gonna sing our praises because nobody else will.
Alright,
The
let's do it.
Chargers are the hottest team in football right now. I don't think that's
Wow.
crazy to say. Okay, let's just think about this. All right, Justin Herbert is playing with a broken hand. He threw for
Mhm.
300 yards, taking snaps under center, running the ball. He had a 30-yard run in the fourth quarter. He's stiff arming dudes with a broken hand. You can tell this team is rallying behind him. Like, what other quarterback is doing that in the league? They break
Yeah.
their hand, they're going to be out for a couple weeks. This dude says, "I'm gonna put this team on my dang back and carry us to the playoffs." Quinn Johnston, who everyone thought was terrible, including me. All right, I'll
Mhm.
I'll own up to it. I was like, this dude is a bum. Okay, he can't catch the ball. Let's put him on the offensive line. He'll probably do better than all of our five guys right now. All right. Quinn Johnson was out for a couple games. Ladder McConkey, he's kind of having an on and off year. The offensive line is terrible, but they didn't let up a sack this game. Amarion Hampton was out for majority of the season. He's playing really good. The defense is really stepping up. Um, a shaky first half. Um, just both offenses. You mentioned Dallas probably is the best offense in the league, or at least one of the best. I think
Mhm.
they're like the top scoring offense in the league, and we saw that in the first half. Both teams had three drives and scored three times.
Yeah.
Chargers had three touchdowns. Dallas ended up kicking a field goal, and really it was that last drive that was crucial for the Chargers. They took all the time off the clock, scored a touchdown, and then the second half was just all bolts from there. Defense forced a couple turnovers, had a huge fourth down stop in the red zone on 4th and 1, stuffing them at the line, and that really just kind of flipped the script from there. Chargers kind of took over, but Dallas was favored in this game.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that.
That was
Doesn't
crazy.
matter what we put out on film. People want to hate on us. The Chargers are the hottest team in the league. I wouldn't want to face this team in the playoffs. You can call me biased all you want. Connor, I see your smirk. Wipe that smirk off your face, all right? Like,
Dude, I
this
wouldn't
team
wanna
is
play you
hot.
guys either, bro. I mean, like, you gotta look at the AFC, like, I wouldn't wanna play Justin Herbert and a Jim Harbaugh coach team with the way y'all playing on offense right now with the running game and the receiving core that you got. I know the offensive line is non-existent, but, like, you every other piece is there for you guys to be a team that could win playoff games and be really scary.
Yeah. I mean, Tuli Tuipulotu, Nobody knows who that guy is until this year. I've been on this
Mm,
man since his rookie season. Pause. I've been I've been on the hype train since his rookie
there you go.
season. Okay, there we go. Let me
I was
rephrase
confused
that.
for a second.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but I had sent you this and want to get your thoughts on this.
Yeah,
Denzel
let's get to
Perryman.
this. Yeah.
Denzel Perryman suspended 2 games, which he's gonna appeal, and that better get appealed. I don't know what you saw from your point of view, but
Mhm.
that looked like a football hit. They're gonna say he was down, but let's also read the rules, okay? Let's know he caught the ball, he sat down. He's not down yet, all right? Because nobody touched him down. That's
Yeah.
all he was doing was just making sure that he stopped right there. Because what is he supposed to do? Let him get up and run and score?
Yeah, exactly.
Then what's gonna happen? He barely even hit him, and we're spending him 2 games. And I find it kind of funny that these are probably the 2 biggest games of our season coming up. We got Houston at home next week, which is a playoff game, and then we have Denver, which if we take care of business this week, will be for the AFC West title. And you're gonna suspend our starting middle linebacker, the quarterback of our defense, for what? I
Yeah.
don't understand. You gave DK Metcalf the same suspension when he literally punched the fan.
Yeah, he punched the dude in the face.
Yeah, like we said on the last, or maybe the first one, we got the NFL young boys out here. Like this dude made contact with the fan. All right, and I don't know what was said. I'm not defending the fan. I'm not defending DK. I'm just
Sure.
saying, how is a tackle and someone getting in a physical altercation result in the same suspension? That makes absolutely no sense to me. NFL hates us. Everyone hates the Chargers. Say what you want to say. I don't care. Is lining up perfectly.
Yeah, that was interesting when you sent me that video, bro. Okay, like you mentioned, like yeah, he catches the ball and he's like going down, but he's not down yet, and nobody's near him. No one's touched him, so your guy is gonna obviously run over there and touch him, and he's running full speed. On his way over to touch him, to go down and make that tackle, and I don't know. I think that was pretty BS, especially get 2 games out of that is pretty ridiculous. Like 2 games for that.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
if you wanna give him 1 game, like, I still don't agree with it, but, like, that's better than 2, bro. 2 is ridiculous.
yeah, I mean, look, if you want to fine them, go ahead, because they find everybody for just
Yeah, they
playing
fine you
football.
for anything these
Yeah,
days.
it's like the NFL, the National Football League, doesn't want you to play football. Like, hey, you hit him too
No fun
hard.
league.
No fun league. We saw Tony Jefferson last week in Kansas City get ejected from the game for what? I don't understand that. Like, I'm not saying we need to go out there and bash heads and, take dudes' heads off, but they're literally just playing a full speed contact sport, and we're punishing dudes for that. And then the fans are upset with the product because it's like, well, this league is soft. Just give them flags. Let's just play flag football at this point. And I get it because you're punishing dudes and taking away their money and suspending them without pay for literally just
Yeah.
playing the game that you designed. Like, I don't understand it.
Yeah, it really doesn't make any sense. I'm trying to pull up the clip again so I can take another look, but it was still like, I agree. Like, it's just you can't call that, bro. That's ridiculous. Um, if you disagree with that and you're watching this, let us know. I wanna hear your reasoning, behind why you think that is a 2-game suspension, if there's people out there that believe that. Um,
There, there is someone that believes that. Let me pull it up real quick because I commented on that post and I'm getting a lot of chatter over here. So
yeah,
I'll
you're getting
read
a lot of
you.
engagement on that one.
uh, Oh, 172 likes, dude. Look at me. This dude said, uh, shouldn't have made a stupid
Dang.
late tackle to not even a runner. That makes no sense. Not gonna say your name, but you know this much ball. Okay, that was not a late tackle. Why? Because he wasn't tackled. All right. If you read the rule book, if you know football, you know you have to be touched down. Okay, let's all just make sure that's
Yeah.
clear. He didn't give himself up. He caught it as he was going to the ground. Okay,
No.
so not even a runner. I don't even know what that means. Um, Also, check your grammar. Sorry, I'm getting a little worked up over here, but yeah. Let's move on to the next game before I get too upset. But
Yeah,
Chargers on a
yeah, yeah.
high. Watch out for us.
All right. So, shoot, let me get my stuff organized. Next game on the. Oh man, this is not much to say about this one, to be honest. But the Titans pull off the win, 26-9 over Kansas City, and the Chiefs are getting infected with the ACL tear bug as Gardner Minshew. The team is fearing. Last time I checked, that's what the conversation was, that he tore his ACL. Um, and apologies to this quarterback. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. Chris Oladokun.
Ludicrous? I don't
Shoot,
know.
bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. I forgot how they were saying it on the broadcast, but this dude came in and didn't do much. Kansas City got out handled by Cam Ward. Dude, Cam Ward made some throws in that game.
Yeah.
He had some good plays.
Yeah. I mean, he's playing pretty good football. With not that much around him. I mean, 21 for 28, 228 yards and two touchdowns. That's pretty good, man. I mean, especially for a team that is playing for nothing right now. I mean,
Yeah.
what was it? Third win of the season. Um, yeah, their season's over. It's pretty much been over throughout the entirety of the year. Um, I actually know a Titans fan, and he wasn't too happy that they actually won this game, just because
I
for
wouldn't be
draft
either.
position. Yeah, he's like, "Why are we winning now? Like, we had 3 months to do this, and now we want to win."
Yeah.
Um, but I guess that's what happens when you roll out Gardner Minshew, and then even he gets hurt. So you didn't think it could get worse than Gardner Minshew? It just did in Kansas
It
City.
just did. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Can't
yeah,
wait to
what's
watch
going
this guy
on?
on Christmas, dude.
Oh my gosh. Can we flex that game? Like, is it
Yeah.
too late to flex that game? Let's just
Get
move
somebody else in here on Christmas, bro.
yeah, put the Chargers Texans game on.
Oof.
That would
Yeah.
be a good one. Come on.
That would be fun. That would be fun to watch. Um, yeah, not much to go over that game. So we'll
Yeah.
move on to Bengals with a big 45-21 win over Miami. In Quinn Ewers' first start of his career, he didn't play great. 2 interceptions, 260 yards passing. Um, the Dolphins' running game continues to be the best part of their team and one of the best in the NFL. 3 rushing touchdowns, including one from Devon Achane. And Joe Burrow threw for 4 touchdowns. The boys feasted down there in Miami.
Yeah, not really much to say about this game because both teams are out of playoff contention. I mean,
Yeah,
sure, Joe Burrow and the Bengals look great, but you played Miami, so who
yeah,
cares?
and you're out of the playoffs.
Yeah, you're out of the playoffs. That's your fifth win. Congratulations. Justin Herbert, best quarterback in that draft class. Speaking of that draft class, I had sent you this the other day that we need to talk about this.
We did, yes.
The Miami Dolphins, as reported by Adam Schefter, which take this with a grain of salt, offered
Is that a shot right there?
allegedly. I'm not saying anything.
All right, sure.
I'm just putting it out there.
Okay.
This is not my words. That's all I'm saying. All right. I don't have
Okay,
no
okay.
insider sources. That's
All
all I'm
right.
saying. But he reported that the Dolphins offered Cincinnati 4 first-round draft picks in that 2020 draft uh, to get Joe Burrow. Obviously,
Yeah,
um, kind of interesting, especially the fact that they still had another top quarterback on the board with Justin Herbert. But the fact that you were willing to give up that much draft capital shows you had zero faith in him to start with, and then you still sign him to a 50 plus $1 million deal per year after that when he hasn't showed you anything.
wait, who
I
are you
mean,
talking about?
Tua,
Okay.
because the Dolphins
Yeah, yeah,
didn't
yeah.
want him, obviously, because you were willing to trade 4 first-round draft picks. And then you saw how he plays on your team, and you still extended him a year or two ago for 50 plus $1 million a year, and you're pretty much stuck with him. If you cut him, it's like a $56 million cap hit next year, and then like
Yeah, it's pretty
30 the
big.
next year. Um, it's either you cut him, you try to trade him, which I don't know what you're really gonna get for him, and teams are probably gonna say you're still like you're stuck with the salary,
Mm-hmm.
or you have $50 million sitting on the bench. and I don't really know what he provides as a quarterback to try to mentor Quinn Ewers or Zach Wilson for that matter.
Nothing.
Probably not a lot.
Yeah.
Not $50 million worth, I'll tell you that.
No.
Um, get me in there, dude. Pay me $10 and I'll give as much. But
Yeah, that report was interesting. 4 first-round picks is a lot.
yeah,
Loki, I mean, I would've maybe I'd be a bad GM, but I might consider that. Like, okay, here's the only thing, like, Burrow is really good, top quarterback in the league, took you to a Super Bowl. Obviously, the team around him sucks now, but, like, in terms of his talent, he might be better than any of the 4 players you coulda drafted with 4 first-round picks. Um, but you'd still draft a quarterback in that draft. You coulda got Herbert and 3 other players, uh, plus the picks that they have. I mean, I woulda considered it, to be honest. That's a pretty big price for just one guy.
yeah. I mean, Cincinnati could have been pretty filthy, bro. I
Mm,
mean, you would have had two first-round picks for the next 3 years after that, so 21, 22, 23. Um, again, if I'm assuming they probably would have picked Herbert. Thank God that trade didn't happen.
yeah.
But dude, Cincinnati would have been a scary team. You would have had Herbert out there with Jamar Chase and T.
Yeah. If you
Higgins,
still
and
got
you could have,
drafted next year, yeah. You got
yeah,
some
and
old
then
linemen maybe?
I
A
was just gonna
defense?
say, then you can use the other first-round picks for O linemen,
Yeah.
because it was always like, do we have a deep threat receiver, but he doesn't have time to throw it, and Joe Burrow gets hurt?
Yeah.
You could have had the best of both worlds. You could have
Exactly.
had a defense, you could have had an O line, and you wouldn't have had to pay him all so quickly, like what they're experiencing right now with Jamar, Joe Burrow, and T. Higgins. Obviously, they're all paid now, but you have no cap room now to pay anyone else. So
Yeah. That was an interesting report. It came out at a very random time. Really did.
yeah, it wasn't like an off season. Like there's nothing to talk about.
Plus,
Like
like,
this
this
is
happened
just,
5 years ago.
yeah. Why is this just now coming
How do you
out?
just
Why?
like what?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying take it with a grain of salt. I'm not saying
Sure.
it's not true, but it's just like it took a long time for this to come out. Is it just because
Yeah.
Tua got benched and now like,
And then
and
Burrow has those
also,
comments, like
yeah, and I also just kind of want to know like who leaked this? Was it the Bengals that leaked it?
mhm.
Was it Miami that leaked it? Because if it's Miami, that's kind of crazy. Because not only did you just bench this guy, now you're saying we didn't even want him in the first place.
Yeah.
We were
We
willing
were
to
willing to give up
trade,
the house.
yeah, the house, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's a shot. That's crazy. I mean, Tua kind of deserves. You haven't done anything, but I don't know. If that came from Miami, that's a bigger story in and of itself.
Yeah. We'll move through these next 2 games pretty quickly because they don't matter at all. The
Hmm.
Jets lose to the Saints 29-6. Chris Olave had a great game. The Saints defense had 8 sacks. That was pretty cool. Um,
Yeah, I mean, hey, Tyler Shuck's looking pretty good.
yeah, he's actually
Um,
pretty solid.
yeah, I mean, again, he went against the Jets, so let's
Yeah.
not
I
say,
I
yeah,
wonder if the
go ahead.
Saints will draft a quarterback. I don't think so.
I don't think they should. I mean, they might, but I don't think they
You can
have a
get away
lot of
with waiting
other.
longer.
Yeah, exactly. And again, this quarterback class is very good. I mean, they've won what 4 or 5 games now, so you're not gonna get a Francisco Mendoza, who I'm still
No,
not very high on. I know you're very high on him, but I don't know,
not very
man.
high. I think he could be good. Well, you know, that's a conversation for the draft time, for draft
Yeah,
season.
that's an off-season topic, but
Yeah.
yeah, Tyler Shough looking pretty good. Uh, I know a Saints fan. He's happy with the way he's playing. He was on the Tank for Arch train for like 9 years, and now I'm like, how are you feeling about that? He's
Yeah.
like,
You still want him?
"Eh, yeah, and now he's saying Tank for Julian Saying. I'm like, this guy, dude, you can't, no, you can't do that. Like he was. I mean, I remember middle school. This dude was saying Tank for Arch. He's talking about an
Dang.
8-year-old talking about Tank for Arch.
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he is probably the biggest Saints fan I know. The only Saints fan I know. But
I don't
he
think
was
I know any.
yeah, but he was on the Arch train for a while, but I know he's happy with the way Todd Shuck's playing. I mean, he's slinging the rock, man. I mean, he's looking pretty good. But
Yeah, he
yeah, we'll
looks pretty solid
see
out there.
with the off season. I'm assuming he'll be the starter next year, so we'll see how he looks.
Vikings pick up a road victory by 3, 16-13 over the Giants.
Whoop de doo.
Stinky game, bro.
Yeah, not a very good showing from either
I'm
team.
not even gonna say anything else. Let's just get to the Panthers Bucks because I want to talk about that one. The Bucks
Yes.
and the Panthers. First of 2 meetings in 3 weeks for the division. These are big football games. During the broadcast, they were talking about the Panthers are saying these next 3 games are championship games. That's how they're preparing for them. And the Panthers pull away by 3 at home, improve to 8-7 on the year. And man, Tampa Bay had some opportunities in that final drive of the fourth quarter. They just couldn't get it done. Carolina picks up the win. What you got, man? What you got on this one?
Dude, I love Baker Mayfield, but he has just not played very well. He looked pretty good the first couple of weeks, but these last couple, man, he's just not playing good. I mean, he had that incredible pass to Ibuka within their own like 5 yard line, I think, to put him around midfield. And I think it was
Yeah.
either the next throw or shortly after that, he throws just a terrible pick to end the game. I mean, there's no receiver like within 5, 10 yards of that. He was stepping up, he's under pressure, but like that was a terrible throw to end the game. Um, but this Week 18 matchup between them is gonna be huge because the Buccaneers go to Miami next week. They should win that game, and then the Seahawks play Carolina, which Seattle should win that game as well. So then we're gonna have pretty much a repeat of this week of this is for the NFC
Hmm.
South. Bryce Young looked incredible. Oh, he looked good. I won't say incredible. But he had a
Yeah.
couple big time throws. Um, you know, he I don't think Carolina's gonna win a playoff game. I don't know if Tampa would win a playoff game. Um, Tampa probably has a better chance to win one just with the team that they have, but they haven't put together. They haven't shown us anything to make us say, hey, they're going to be someone that can run the table in the NFC. I think either of these teams, no matter who wins it, probably is a first round exit. I don't know your thoughts on
Yeah.
that, but
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, I do agree. Like, I guess if Tampa were to get in, they have more weapons. They have more people that you would like to think would play really good in a playoff game. Um, Carolina's sneaky. You know, they're pretty good. They're young. They got a good squad over there. Um, shoot, I mean, Carolina can like Loki wrap this thing up. You know, if they win this weekend against Seattle and Tampa loses, like that's it.
yeah.
They'll be 7-9.
And
They'll be 9-7, and you got
this
the
is
division
a
right there.
it's a disappointing year for Tampa Bay. I
It
mean,
really
there's
is.
no
Yeah.
reason you should have a losing record going into the last 2 weeks of the regular season. Everyone thought they were going to be a top contender. Clearly not. Shout out Carolina though. Everyone kind of thought they were going to be bottom, not only of the division but bottom of the conference again.
Yeah.
And Bryce Young and this team is really stepping up. Um, yeah, not too much more to say about this, but that Week 18 matchup is going to be huge. Their games this week are huge. Tampa's got to win. Then, as you said, if Carolina can get a huge win over Seattle, which I'm sure not a lot of people think that they're going to win that game, but hey, they have a chance to show that they're something
Yeah.
this week.
I mean, if they beat Seattle too, that's a playoff team, a
Yeah,
really good NFC team. Like you could put on a and make a statement heading into the postseason, beating a Seattle team like that at home in your place. So yeah, I'm excited to see in 2 weeks what this Week 18 matchup looks like. Is the division still on the line? Um, it'll be very fun to see in Week 18. Another game that was a good one was the Jags and the Broncos. Jags with a 34-20 win on the road in Denver. Bro, how about how the Jags have been playing the past couple of weeks? Look, I know they played the Jets like 2 games ago. It was the Jets. They blew them out. But like this game against a Broncos team that was the number one seed in the AFC coming into it with a great defense with Bo Nix and this whole team, like this Broncos squad and the Jaguars just quiet under the radar. We don't really know what's been going on with Jacksonville. Like, are they legit? Or are they just playing bad teams? They're real. They're a real team. Jacksonville is here. Trevor Lawrence has arrived as of late. He's here. They got a good receiving core, good running back room. Uh, and Jacksonville might be one of these teams in the AFC that could go on a deep run in the playoffs.
Yeah, they've been a sneaky good team this year. Like they've been really quiet and like they've been quietly one of the best teams,
Yeah,
not only in the AFC but honestly in the NFL, which
I agree.
takes a lot for me to say that because I didn't believe in the Jacksonville team, but this win kind of proved it. I mean, we talked about it on Thursday. We said this is going to be a one-score game, and Jacksonville beat them by 2 touchdowns in
Hmm.
Denver, which I mean they put up 34 points on one of the best defenses in the league.
They did, yeah.
And dude, Denver just has no run game. Bo Nix had to throw the ball 47 times, probably because they were down big in the fourth quarter. But you only give RJ Harvey 7 carries. Um,
Yeah.
don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if I really trust Sean Payton to win a team. I think he's kind of a product of Drew Brees.
Mm,
Just putting that out there. I don't know. But yeah, Jacksonville picks up a huge win against a hot Denver team that I believe they won 11 straight going into that
yeah.
game. So, I mean, Denver's still a good team. They're still going to be um, tough matchup, especially Week 18. Now that AFC West is on the line, if Chargers can handle business, so that's going to be a tough game. And then going into playoffs, I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to face Denver. I'm sure. I mean, whoever has to face Denver is going to be worried for sure. But yeah, man, that was a great game. And Trevor Lawrence, Jacksonville showed up. And how about Parker Washington, bro?
Yeah.
Over
Yeah.
100 yards, a touchdown. Should have started him this week.
Dude, they got a good
Over.
receiving core. Like Washington, Jacoby Myers. I know Brian Thomas Jr. hasn't done anything this year. Like he's been pretty disappointing. And then
Yeah.
when Travis Hunter, like he's hurt, but if he comes back, um, that's a good group of guys right there. Brenton Strange at the tight end spot, ETN in the backfield. Like this offense is legit. Trevor Lawrence has been rolling. I really like the Jags. To make noise in the playoffs. Like with the AFC being wide open, one of these teams is gonna go on a run and make it to the Super Bowl. And it's kind of crazy, but I like have confidence in the Jaguars to do that. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that the way that they've been playing this year.
You think Jacksonville can make the Super Bowl?
Hmm. Yeah, I
Okay.
think they can. I think they could beat. I think we'll have to get to that later, but I think they're one of these teams that they proved it against a good Broncos team, and it was also a big test for Denver to see where they're at. Um, and that's kind of what these next games will be like. Like, okay, the Broncos play the Chiefs on Christmas. If you lose that game, that's crazy. If you lose to the third string quarterback whose name I can't pronounce, that's
Yeah.
bad. But then, yeah,
Jason
Week 18
Keenan.
against the Chargers, that's another big game. It's a big test for the Broncos going into the playoffs. Um, well, I like the Jags. I think they can go on a deep run.
Yeah, and I mean Denver hasn't really had that strong of a schedule. I mean they're
Yeah,
playing a third place schedule this year. Maybe that kind of showed. They didn't really play that many people. I'm gonna have to go back and look exactly who they played, but they dropped their first 2 out of 3 games to start. One to Indy, who was looking like a top contender in the AFC
yeah.
before Daniel Jones got hurt, and they dropped that Week 3 game by. I mean, it was a game-winning field goal from the Chargers. Um, so I'm not saying they're frauds. I'm just saying
No.
maybe they kind of were a little too big for their britches to start. We're kind of seeing who they are, but they're still a really good team. So
I mean, we saw it a couple years ago. I think it was the Steelers went like 10 or 11-0 to start the year,
oh my
and
gosh,
then what they do, they lost the first round of the playoffs.
and they lost like 4 or 5 of their last couple games too,
Yeah, yeah, they
which
were up. They were great to start the year, and then they just choked it away and lost in the first round.
yeah,
Um,
the TikTok boys, Chase
oh
Claypool
my
saying
gosh,
losing, never heard of her.
Juju
Is Chase Claypool
Smith-Schuster,
even in the league this year?
Chase Claypool.
Yeah.
He's
Is
got to
he
be
even
on
on a
somebody's
team?
squad.
Let's look that up. Dude. I don't even know.
Dude,
Have
he
you
got
heard his
traded
name
for
at
a
all?
second round pick. The Bears gave up a second round pick for Chase Claypool.
Yeah.
Don't forget about that, Bear fans. Sure, you would like that pick back. Wonder who the Bears drafted or the Steelers drafted with that.
Oh yeah, it's a
Is he on a roster?
doesn't look like it.
Yeah, I
He
don't know
had
why
a
he would be, actually.
he had a toe injury in July. He was with the Bills most recently, but I don't think maybe he's hurt again. But
Hmm.
yeah, I don't. Now I'm seeing former Bill. Yeah, I don't think he's on a team, brother. Yeah,
Yeah. All right, moving
go,
on to another
go
one.
play in the CFL.
The Atlanta Falcons pick up a road win 26-19 over the Cardinals. I was in Arizona over the weekend, thought about going to this game. Tickets were super cheap. Uh, I didn't go because I was not trying to drive back home at like 5 p.m. to
Yeah,
California.
yeah,
Not doing that.
that's a
But
rough drive.
uh, nothing really in this game. Like Kyle Pitts played good. Bijan did good. They split carries with Algier. They both got 16 carries. Um, but neither of these teams are doing anything this year. So I don't have anything else to add to this game. Sorry, fans of these teams. Get
Yeah,
better.
I mean, yeah, this isn't week 3. This is week 16. So
Yeah, at this point, there's nothing for me to talk about. Week 3, different story.
yeah, right now, sorry.
We're talking about playoffs over here.
Playoffs. Talking about playoffs. Oh, we gonna win a game.
This next game, bro, this is another one of those crazy games from the weekend. And neither of us picked the Steelers to win. Uh, and they pick up the upset on the road, 29-24. Rodgers goes back to Detroit, a place where he's had some crazy good games and throws throughout his career, and they find a way to beat the Lions, man. Where do you want to start on this one? There's a lot to cover in this game. Final play, DK incident. Where would you like to start?
I mean, we kind of already touched on the DK incident. Again, we don't know what happened. We never will. It's gonna be a he said, she said type of situation.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I mean, we gotta control fans, man. I mean, talk all you want. I don't know what was said. We're never really gonna truly know what was said unless we get some type of video. Um, but for DK to act like that is crazy. Like you're getting paid, you're a millionaire. All right, act like it. I'm not saying that you can just trash these guys and say whatever you want,
No. Yeah.
but like you got to be able to hold yourself accountable. And like that dude has nothing to lose. He's gonna lose his 9 to 5 job. Okay, he's gonna have hop back on LinkedIn. Okay, like you have everything to lose. like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Like
he just lost 2 game checks.
yeah, you just lost 2 game checks, and I mean Pittsburgh pretty much has a playoff spot locked up. Um, they're kind of in control of that division, which is a pretty stinky division.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, how about that last play? Amon-Ra St. Brown, I believe it was 2 back-to-back OPI calls.
Mhm.
Um, the last one he ran was like an out route, and he came out of the end zone after he pushed off on Jalen Ramsey and was getting tackled, flipped it to Jared Goff. Jared Goff did the most athletic thing Jared Goff has ever done and leaped into the end zone, scored, flag was called, and I don't get how Amon-Ra didn't know and the Lions didn't know that if it's offensive foul to end the game's over.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I thought we'd replay the down. You guys literally played this sport. How do you not know your own rules?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's like a ticky tack one that comes up every so often, but that's kind of what everyone knows. Like defensive foul, time expires, you replay an untimed down. But often, like it doesn't matter. Offensive foul, the game's over.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, dude, the Steelers pick up a huge win in a game that not a lot of people expected them to win, and the Lions are struggling. Another team similar to Tampa Bay, not having the season that anyone thought that they would. Again, everyone thought they would be a contender in the NFC, and they might not even make the playoffs this year. So Yeah, scary times in Detroit right now with a pretty good squad.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean to touch on that
yeah,
final play, like that was the right call. Anyone that says it was the wrong call, you're tripping. It was the right call. Now the execution by the referee might not have been the best. Yeah, he teased the fans. He's like, "The ruling on the field is a touchdown," and the whole crowd's like, "Oh my god, like let's go, we won the game." And then he's like, "But actually, offensive pass interference, game over, no touchdown."
yeah,
So he didn't like have to, set him up just to tear him back down and mess with the whole Detroit crowd's, emotions right there. But it was the right call. Um, the DK thing, I'm an Angels fan. Anthony Rendon one time in Oakland slapped a
hmm
dude in the face. He was like grabbing him. He was like,
yeah,
you talking crap or whatever you said. And he like tried to throw a punch at him or whatever. Low-key DK was bro, he grabbed that dude. He was grabbing
yeah.
him,
He
holding him
did.
by the shirt, and then he punched him. I saw today that the fan said he didn't say a slur. A lot of people were assuming, well, the only way you can really get somebody to throw a punch at you is like if you say something crazy, right? Which if that fan, said that word to DK, DK has every right, in my opinion, to punch him. It'd be the same thing if a player said that word. Like remember when uh, Mason Rudolph might have said that to Myles Garrett when Garrett swung his helmet at him. Uh,
Yeah,
I don't know if you had to swing his helmet at him, but uh,
uncalled for.
no, certain you just can't say certain things to certain people. And the fan said he didn't say that. Who knows if we'll ever find out? DK gets suspended. But in terms of this game, dude, they couldn't run the ball. The Lions had 16 yards between Montgomery and Gibbs of rushing on what is that, 11 carries. They couldn't even run the ball. And then St. Brown did all right. Gibbs receiving did solid. Um, but it just came down to like the Steelers just scored on timely possessions, and then that offensive PI to end the game really killed the Lions. And man, if they get to the playoffs, it's like which version of the Lions are you going to get because they're so week to week.
Yeah, and speaking of week to week, Jameer Gibbs, it seems like he goes off for a week or two, and then he's just stunned. Like they can't run the ball at all, which is what we saw this week.
Dude, I need him for
Um,
my fantasy. I'm in the championship right now, and he's playing like this.
oh, you're so cool, Connor. All right,
I'm
you're
just
so
letting you
cool,
know.
man.
Your boy is in a championship. We're playing
Yeah,
for
I
titles
mean,
over here.
we're playing for titles.
We are.
Yeah, the Lions got to figure it out. If they want any chance to make the playoffs, they have to figure out their running game. I mean, this offense runs through Jameer Gibbs and David Montgomery. I mean,
Yeah,
I know that they have a lot of weapons at the receiver core, but if you can't run the ball, then your passing game is not a threat at all. I mean,
exactly.
that's a big part of their offense is you run the ball a lot, you get them with the play action, that opens it up. If I'm not scared of your run game, run the play action when you want. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
So they got to clean that up. They got 2 games and they need a couple things to go their way as well. They don't control their own destiny at all.
no.
So they got to clean it up if they want a chance.
Yeah, you got to hope that because it's just between them and the Packers. So you got to hope the Packers lose, and you guys got to take care of business on Christmas against the Vikings in a game that, to be honest, you should win. Um, you're probably likely going to be favored in that game. But yeah, I mean, it's what version of the Lions are you going to get? Are you going to get their dominant running game, or are you going to get a team that can't run the ball and is just inefficient on offense? So we'll see. Dude, nobody predicted the Lions to be, you know, this on the verge of missing the playoffs this year going into it. Like they were a Super Bowl pick for a lot of people. And they're on the outside looking in right now, going in the final 2 games of the year.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone thought that they were going to win the North pretty handily. Like people probably thought the Packers might have a chance to, get in there, which they still do, but now losing to Chicago, not looking like it. But Chicago, no one thought they were going to win.
No.
This whole season has been like we thought this was going to happen, and it's just the complete opposite.
Yeah.
So.
It's
It's been
cool
really
because, like,
exciting.
on average, I believe it's like I don't wanna say it, like 7 or maybe 6, uh, new playoff teams a year or something like that. Like, there's a in the
Yeah,
NFL, there's big turnover year to year in playoff teams. And then, like, yeah, this year you look, it's like the Bears, you have possibly the Panthers, you have the Niners, Jacksonville, Denver made it last year, um,
New England.
New England. Like, there's tons of turnover each year, which is really cool, that the NFL has that much parity. Um, yeah, man, final 2 games from Sunday. I'm kinda shocked. I'm not gonna lie. If you listened to the last episode, I said the Raiders weren't gonna score a point. I said they were gonna get shut out by the Texans. Um, and, getting shut out, they've been shut out twice this year, and I wouldn't have been surprised if they got shut out again. Yeah, but if they scored a little bit, that wouldn't surprise me either. But a 2-point loss to Houston is surprising. Very, very surprising. Um, and it's honestly more surprising for the Texans that they let the Raiders almost beat them in their place. I do want to mention that Ashton Genty had the best game of his career with 128 yards rushing and a touchdown and a 60-yard touchdown reception. So shout out to the boy Ashton Genty coming into his own this season. He's going to be a star. Him and Brock Bowers are going to feast in the future if the Raiders can get a team around them. But how'd Houston let this happen, bro? What are we doing?
Yeah, I mean, Houston was looking really strong, and at the end of the day, they did get the win, so that's really all that matters. There's no pictures on the record, so a win is a win. Kind of wish that they would have just handled business because now they're going to be really fired up this week going to LA. Uh, should just blown them out, bro. Take an easy week off, you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
um, yeah, finally we see what we thought Ashton Genty would be. Um, a lot of that probably due to the play calling and Chip Kelly. So it's nice to see them actually use their top 10 pick to how he should have been used to start the year, really. So, the Raiders maybe just trying to see going into the offseason, this is what we got. Like you said, Brock Bowers and Ashton Genty are going to be the future of this Vegas squad, assuming that they get re signed whenever that contract comes up. Um, come over to the Chargers, man. But,
hmm,
you know, or just get out of the division. But,
mm,
yeah,
I guess,
if
man.
if you guys can get a quarterback, which next week the Raiders play the Giants, which is currently Giants
That's
are
the
at the
battle
one
for the number
seed.
one pick, bro.
Yeah,
We
and
better
we
lose that
can.
damn game.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say that we can talk about it more next week, but a lot of people are saying, oh, if the Giants lose this game, do they trade Jackson Dart and pick Francisco Mendoza? That's wild. That is wild. You can get a haul for the first overall pick and
Yeah,
keep Jackson Dart, who's already in your system. But we can get into that more next week. But yeah, Vegas made it close, man, and we'll see what happens with Houston going into it. They're still a good team.
yeah, yeah,
We saw it with Buffalo against Cleveland. Like, this is still the NFL. These are still professional athletes that are the best of the best. It's not like I think Will Campbell said it for the Patriots. He was saying, in college they might have one or two guys that go to the NFL. When you play like a group of five or like a FCS school, they're like, but in the NFL, like every team has Pro Bowlers, every team has All Pro guys. Like,
yeah,
no game is a quote unquote easy game.
yeah.
It's just still the best football players on the planet. So
hmm You got to play the games. You got to play them.
yeah, any given Sunday.
Final game of the weekend was the Sunday night game. Patriots with a 4-point win, 28-24. Lamar left the game with a back injury. Uh, Drake May, 280 yards passing, 2 touchdowns and a pick. New England played good, bro. And Stephon Diggs had a great game, 138 yards receiving. The Ravens were kind of in control for a good amount of this game. They let that lead slip away with like 2 minutes left in the fourth. The Pats scored that touchdown. That would be the final points of the game. Big win for the Patriots. After a loss last week to the Bills at home. I thought the Ravens had a chance to win this game, and they definitely showed that they did. But then you lose Lamar, he exits, and you bring in your backup. You, it's a lot to rely on for the Ravens there, but big win for the Pats.
Yeah, I mean, New England's shown that they're still a strong team. Probably a little closer with Lamar being out than it should have been, but still get the win. Baltimore's season is pretty much done. I think right now they have like a 9% chance to make the playoffs right now, which isn't it's not looking too good for them.
Yeah,
Um, which is good if you're a Pittsburgh fan, but yeah, New England's looking good. Drake May's playing good. He had a nice pass in the first quarter to Austin Hooper. They go back shoulder ball. Um, but yeah, dude, the AFC is strong. I mean,
it
like
is.
we're gonna see these playoff matchups, and it's just gonna be a bloodbath out there. I mean, a lot of high power offenses going at each other. We'll get into the playoff seeding here in a bit, but yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just dive right into that playoff seeding. Um, a few teams still live in the AFC. There's only been two spots actually clinched. Broncos and the Pats are the top two seeds. You got the Jags and the Steelers rounding out the divisional winners. Chargers, Bills, Texans currently the three wild card teams, but the Colts, unless they lose tonight, they're still in it. Same thing with the Ravens. They're kind of in it only for that divisional spot. If the Steelers drop their next two games and the Ravens win those next two, they'll be in instead of Pittsburgh. Over on the NFC side of things, a lot more teams have clinched. Seahawks, Bears, Eagles, Rams, Niners have all clinched a playoff spot. It comes down to that NFC South, Panthers or the Bucks, and then that final spot, which is right now the Packers, could be the Lions. Yeah, I mean, there's some interesting matchups taking place. If the season was to end today, and we'll see over the next 2 weeks how things shake up. But to me, the AFC's wrapped up. We know what seven teams are going to be in. I think the Colts will lose. Uh, I'm giving away my pick. I think they'll lose tonight against the Niners, which will put them in. I don't see the Ravens making it in the AFC.
Yeah, it's pretty much just seeding at this point for the AFC. I mean, looking
Yeah,
at the percentages right now, every team, all those top seven teams are currently at a 95% chance plus to make it. Really just waiting on the Colts game tonight. If they lose, Chargers, I believe, lock up a spot. Bills probably lock up a spot. It's literally just seeding at this point, which is
yeah,
still cool. Right now, Chargers slated at the 6 seed will play Jacksonville, so they'll get that rematch, and then Buffalo. But dude, I'm telling you, the 5 seed is the place to be right now. You would play Pittsburgh
yeah.
on the road, but it's like, dude, like, do you want to? Especially for the Chargers. I was talking about this with my barber today, actually. Shout out Nate Blends. Shout out Connor's new haircut too. You guys see that? Look at this guy,
Yeah,
looking fresh. Little 360. Oh, a little mullet
yeah.
action. Okay.
Nah, it's not a mullet, but I
I
guess if you
think it
do,
is.
not
I think
really.
it is.
You have to see it in person.
Did Dan pressure you to get a haircut, dude? Did Dan pressure you?
I didn't push him to do anything. He wished he had the hair I had, his bald head.
You better cut that out, dude.
You're leaving that in. I don't care.
But yeah, I was saying like as a Charger fan, I don't want a first round bye. This
Yeah,
team is hot right now. The last thing I want is us to take a week off. Like we're playing good football right now. It'd be nice to win the AFC West, but like, dude, I'd rather have the 5 seed go in play Pittsburgh. Um, yeah,
I mean, yeah. If you win it, you're not going to get the one. I mean, you can. Like, it's still possible. I,
technically, yeah,
yeah, I think if you win the division, you're probably getting the two seed. You know, I think the
2 or 3.
Patriots would probably get the one. Um, but
Yeah,
yeah,
probably
yeah, no,
go New England, Jacksonville, Chargers.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which then, if that happened, we would play Buffalo. I don't know
Oof,
about that.
that's
Yeah.
scary. Yeah. Yeah, that'll wrap it up for the NFL Week 16. I guess while we're on the subject of NFL, before we pivot to college football, let's not only pick the Monday night game, but since the Christmas games are on Thursday, um, let's pick those 3 games too. So
Okay.
we'll start tonight. Niners at Colts. I don't have the spread in front of me. Um, I'm picking the Niners.
Yeah. San Francisco's playing good football right now. I'm gonna take them as well. Indianapolis, unfortunately, they dropped a couple games. Probably shouldn't have. And then Daniel Jones getting hurt kind of put the nail in the coffin right there.
We get to watch Philip
Phil,
Rivers tonight. That's cool. Again.
yeah. Philip Rivers, I love you, but I don't think at 44 years old you can beat the 49ers. But San Francisco has been kind of a week to week team.
Mm,
We saw it
they
on
have.
Monday night against Carolina. Brock Purdy did not play good. I think he had like 4 turnovers that game.
Mhm.
If we see that version, I think like Jonathan Taylor and the rest of this Colts squad could win, but you're really banking on Brock Purdy not playing good, which I think he's a good quarterback.
Yeah, he
Um,
is.
is he a system quarterback? Maybe, maybe,
Maybe.
but who cares? He's still playing good football. I'm not gonna get into that, but yeah, I have the Niners winning this pretty handily.
Yeah, same here. For a lot of those same reasons, they're just a more high-powered team. If Daniel Jones was healthy, this would be a different type of game. I would struggle with, who I
Yeah,
would pick.
this would be a
Um,
really good game,
yeah, yeah, that'd have been sick.
which
Um,
is kind of crazy. Like if you would have said last year, like, oh, if Daniel Jones is starting, this is gonna be a really good game. I'd be like, dude, what are you talking about?
yeah, what Daniel Jones playing good ball? What do
Yeah,
you mean?
yeah, he's the pivotal piece of this team. What?
Yeah,
Maybe
you
to
gotta get out of
lose?
here.
Yeah.
Our 3 Christmas games, I'm telling you, I think it's cool that the NFL has taken Christmas over, right? It used to just be the NBA. This year, I'm just gonna watch the NBA again because the NBA's got better matchups, to be honest, and I like NBA Christmas Day better than NFL Christmas Day. Um,
Whoa.
but these matchups don't entice me to watch, and they were good before the year, but as the year went on over the last few weeks, first game is Cowboys Commanders. Then you got Lions Vikings Broncos Chiefs. Let's run through these. Um, Cowboys Commanders. I'm gonna take Dallas to win this game on the road. Kind of the same reasons we talked about with the Eagles again, or the Commanders against the Eagles. They don't have anything to play for. They're running Mariota out there. I know he got hurt in the against the Eagles, so I guess we'll see in a short week if he's playing against the Cowboys. Um, yeah, give me Dallas.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Dallas too. Still one of the top offenses in the league. I think George Pickens has a day. Um, I'm gonna call right now. 2 touchdowns from George Pickens. Lock it in.
Okay,
Mr. DraftKings over here.
all
Um,
right. Actually, I'm
yeah,
not employed by DraftKings anymore.
ah, Connor got fired, guys.
Yeah, that's what happens when you bet. Illegal betting.
Connor was
That didn't
terrible.
happen.
Kidding. Don't take
Gotta
that literally.
gotta clean my make sure the record's clear for the people. I don't want them
Yeah,
thinking I'm a criminal.
yeah, let's not let them think that.
All
I
right.
know.
Lions Vikings.
If Detroit does what they should
Yeah.
win this game. JJ McCarthy is not a good quarterback. He's going to be competing next year with whoever. Yeah, give me the Lions.
Yeah, same here. But what Lions team are we gonna get? But I think they're gonna be better than JJ McCarthy. I would imagine, you know. So I'll take the Lions as well. Broncos
And
Chiefs. Broncos, dude. I mean, I'm not picking the Chiefs just lost to the Titans or their third string quarterback. They got nothing to play for. They want Jeremiah Love, which we can't let happen.
no, somebody trade up ahead of Kansas City. I don't care if you need a running back or not. Lions trade up, take a third running back, bro. I don't care. Go out
Yeah.
there and run 30
The
personnel, bro.
Raiders, you guys can draft him number one. I'm fine with that. We'll run out the best running back duo in football.
Dude. The Lions can run like a full house, bro. Just have Montgomery, Gibbs, and Jeremiah Love
Yeah,
out
you have
there.
Sonic, Knuckles, and then oh gosh,
I'm not too versed on my
I
Mario
forgot
superheroes.
Tails. Mm.
Oh, Tails.
Well,
There you go.
Shadow,
Yeah.
isn't there one called like the
Oh,
red and black
Shadow,
one?
Shadow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shadow.
Yeah, there we go. That'd be kind of tough. It'd be such a
uh,
dumb pick, though.
yeah. We both got the Broncos though for this Christmas game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. These
okay,
are kind of bad games. Like we said, though,
yeah.
these were good games at the start of the season, and now just looking at it, it's not.
And then on the topic of picks, we'll look at our game picks from last week.
We don't got to do that.
I think the people need to figure out how we did.
The people can figure it
Trevor
out on their own, Connor.
Trevor got nine. Trevor got 9 games right. That's pretty good. You know, that's pretty good. 9 picks correct. That's a winning record.
It is a winning record.
Bro wanted to say I have no ball knowledge. Bro wanted to
I
say
didn't say
I
you
got.
have no ball knowledge. I
You
said
said
I have
who has
more
the
ball knowledge.
more ball knowledge. Bro doubled down, put it on the Instagram too for the people to see. You know, I had one of my friends reply to send me your story and say, "Dang, he called you out," or I don't even remember what he said. But he was like, "Damn,
Who's
you can't let
that?
him do you like that." I was like, "Just wait." 12 picks
Who was
right.
that, bro? Who called me out like that?
My roommate.
Oh, dang. Was it a? Oh, I
It
forget
was
his name.
Hayden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 'cause his
He's like,
name
"Dang,
was
you
like
gonna let him
Rob
do
or
you
something.
like that?" Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, so I
I
got
don't
12
dodge, no smoke.
picks right. Yeah, it was a fun weekend, you know. But I'm not gonna let that get to my head. The job's not finished. I got a few more weeks to continue with this ball knowledge-ness.
Do we want to make it interesting? Do we want to say if I pick the Colts tonight that I win?
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. It counts for
Counts for
extra
4.
points or something. It counts for 4.
Counts for 4. I would have 13.
If you pick the Colts, I'm okay with that. I'll do that right now.
Okay, lock it
All right.
in. Phillip Rivers.
All right.
Lock it in right now.
If the Colts win, my 12 picks lose to Trevor's.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll lock it in. We'll see how that goes. I'm rooting for the
Go Philly
Niners.
Riv. Let's go, baby. Come on now.
All right, finally, in this episode, we'll just run through a little bit of the CFP first round. There was one good game, and it was Bama, Oklahoma. Bama able to pull off the upset by 10 on the road. Oklahoma was up 17-0 in the first half at one point, and then Bama took momentum. They had that like botched snap, blocked punt that kind of changed the script of the game, and Bama just went on a run and was able to close it out in Oklahoma and move on to play Indiana in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, just a lot of mistakes from Oklahoma. They had a pick six as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you mentioned, like that block punt, whatever you want to call it. Um, yeah, dude, like I couldn't watch that game because I was at a Keat bro. I was like, I hope you know that I'm missing a really good college football game right now. But sacrifices we gotta make, I guess. But yeah, Oklahoma now I believe it's 0-5 in college football game or college football playoff games.
Yeah,
Um,
not good.
Not good at all, man. Especially when you're up 17 at home and you choke that away. But dude, how about Ryan Williams having the highest drop rate in college football?
Yeah.
Like we all thought he was going to be a stud, and he still can be. I mean, he still has at least one more year, probably 2 if he's smart, because he's only a
I
sophomore.
mean, if he keeps dropping balls like this.
Yeah, I mean, hey, he could be a Quentin Johnson, dude. Let's not write him off, bro. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of interesting. But yeah, Alabama gets a big win. Got a big game against Indiana this week.
Yeah, kind of crazy actually that Oklahoma's been this bad in the playoff. I mean, they had some good teams, bro. Those were Baker teams. That 2017 Georgia game, that was Baker. You
Yeah,
know, Kyler Murray teams. Like some of those teams didn't have any defense, but this Oklahoma team had a great defense, lack of offense, and Bama, a team that going into the playoff, we weren't too high on, the way that they've been playing the past few weeks, losing that SEC championship to Georgia, that Auburn game that they barely won. But yeah, they were able to pull it away on the road. Let's get to the other game. That was kind of interesting, I guess. It was not an exciting game, but it was a 7-point victory for Miami, 10-3 in Texas A&M, and they'll play Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl on the 31st. Um, a lot of missed opportunities for both teams in terms of scoring the football in this game.
Yeah, but I mean, Alabama and Miami, two teams that a lot of people were debating if they should even make the playoff, and they both get 2 wins. So I mean, that was
Yeah.
huge for them and their program. A lot of people were like, "Oh, they shouldn't have made it." Alabama 3 losses. Miami, they lost to non-ranked opponents. They went in there and they showed that they should be in there.
Hmm.
Um, you and I both picked Miami, I believe.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, not a lot of trust in that Texas A&M team, and
Nah.
they kind
None.
of they kind of proved it. Honestly, only scoring 3 points. Not a great showing from them, especially at home,
Yeah.
right? It's not like it was a neutral site, and I'm so glad it wasn't because I say knowing that head coach like I know him personally, but just seeing how he reacts after losses, I knew he would have been. Oh, if we were
Can
at
we get
home,
that damn door closed?
yeah, could someone shut that damn door so we can have a professional press conference? It'd have been like, well, if the CFP would make these games at home, we would have won. He has no excuses now. Okay, like
None.
they walked in your trap and took over. Not took over, but they won. So
Yeah.
it's not like they like bullied them or anything. But I think they put up a good fight. But oh well. Have fun in Cancun.
Yeah. Yeah. Have fun out there. Um, yeah, and then the last two games were blowouts. Well, the Oregon one doesn't look like a
DMU played
blowout
good.
on paper,
Yeah,
like the JMU game. We'll start with that one, I guess. Oregon 51, JMU 34. Uh, JMU scored a lot in the second half. They were
yeah,
able to make it look closer than it was, but Oregon won the game by halftime. Like the thing was over.
yeah. I believe though, JMU put up the most points that anyone has put up on Oregon all year.
Wow.
Fact check me on that, but I believe that's true, which is kind of crazy because we had talked about on Thursday, like the spread was at 21 and a half, and I was like, dude, it's gonna be 21 nothing in the first quarter. Which I mean, Oregon handled business, but you haven't shown me anything yet because you saw that loss to Indiana over your head, and you beat James Madison.
Yeah.
Congratulations. So, who do they play next round?
Texas Tech.
Oh,
That's gonna be a good game. Texas Tech is a good team, a really good team, but Oregon's more of that powerhouse school the past couple of years, more talent on that squad. So that'll actually be a really exciting game. I think of these. Uh, Actually, I think there's some really good games. I think this is the best or the second best matchup going into the next round between Oregon and Texas Tech.
yeah.
And then final game of the weekend, college football. Ole Miss with a 41-10 victory over Tulane. Once again, just putting it to Tulane this year. They had another similar
PTA.
score victory earlier in the year. Um, they're going to play Georgia. I think that might be a better game. Ole Miss, Georgia.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, Ole Miss now without Lane Kiffin and a lot of their coaching staff, we'll see how they face off against a strong Georgia squad. Everyone kind of knew they were going to win this game, so not really much to talk about there. It's more about next week, which we'll get into more on the next episode when we pick our games. Which I don't know when that episode's going to drop with this holiday week. Kind of screwed up the
Yeah.
schedule there, but
One thing I want to mention, and it's like, we kind of mentioned it on the last one, and it's a pretty uh, highly talked about topic, but like, dude, we can't be doing this anymore, dude. Like, we can't have these two teams, JMU and Tulane, in the playoff. Like, these aren't playoff games. Like, when you are watching Bama, Oklahoma on Friday night, to start the playoff, and you're like, dang, that was a crazy good game. Like that was a great game, phenomenal. And then you watch Texas A&M and Miami, and it's like not the best offensive game, but it's like okay, it was close.
It was a close game.
Like anyone
Yeah.
could have won at any moment. And then you get these two games, and both these teams get pooped on, bruh. And it's like, bro, if you put Notre Dame would have made this close, win or lose, with either of these two teams, Oregon or Ole Miss. And I don't know what other team you want to put in there, Vanderbilt, BYU, Texas, whoever you want to put in as that other playoff team to go and get to see other
Anybody.
school. Like,
Yeah.
it would have been better. It would have been way better than what we got. Like, let's just get the 12 best team. We don't need these automatic this, automatic that. Just give me the 12. That's all we want. Give us the 12.
Yeah, exactly. Let's have an actual playoff. Let's not put these Cinderella stories. This isn't March Madness, dude.
Yeah.
Basketball, it's a lot, I don't want to say easier, but easier to get these upsets. Uh, Football, bro, like you can't put these small schools against an Oregon or an Ole Miss.
Yeah.
This is gonna happen every single time, especially with their season on the line. This isn't week two, bro, and I don't even think those games should be happening anyways. Like,
Hmm.
let's have the Power Five teams play the Power Five teams. Why is Alabama playing Northeastern Kentucky, Texas Tech University State in like week 10?
Yeah.
Stop it, bro. Like, I want to watch good football. Like, let's end this.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody on Saturday night when I was at a basketball game, somebody a few seats down, and some other media guy was like, they should have a group of 5 playoff. Stop. Stop. We don't, I know, first of all, no, we don't need that. We don't need 2 separate playoffs, a power 4 and then a group of 5 playoff. All right. I said this last week, any given year, any team can be good. Boise State was good last year. They would have been a playoff team. They were a playoff team. With this format this year of the 12, they would have been a playoff team. Like next year, name a group of 5 school. JMU. JMU could be good again. Now, I don't know if they're going to be top 12, but at any point, anybody can be a top 12 team. And you can let one in if they're actually worthy of being in the playoff. You can put one in, but you can't be handing it out for free like they have been this year with Tulane and JMU. Going forward, like let's say next year they change the bracket and it's like we're just going to put the 12 best in, and a group of 5 team gets in there. All right, I'm fine with that. They're one of the 12 best. They were worthy of it. Are they going to win? Probably not, but at least they're more worthy of it than they have been this year.
Yeah, and I mean, the key word is, are you worthy of it? Like you said, they were handed a playoff spot, and I mean, good for them, I guess. But
And it's not their
it's
fault that they were handed a playoff spot.
no, but it's just a slap in the face to not only the teams that they're playing, but like to fans. Like, how are you gonna market that these are the 12 best teams? 'Cause that's what a playoff is, right? You have
Hmm.
whatever amount of teams you put in there. These are the best of the best, and you put the 10 best out of 12, and you put two stinker of a team
Yeah,
in the playoff. Yeah, they got to change that for sure. Make them earn their spot is the main thing.
exactly. Yeah, final thing I want to mention uh, is just the Christmas slate of sports. We kind of mentioned the NFL ones, and I said I was going to watch more NBA, and let me tell you why. All right, Cavs Knicks to start the day. I like that. I like that. That sounds nice. Jalen Brunson, Cat, Evan Mobley, Donovan Mitchell. It's a good game. Cavs been struggling this year, but Spurs Thunder. Holy crap. Wemby Shea, 1-2 in the West, 2 best teams in or the best team in ball and a top 6 team in ball. Sign me up. Mavericks Warriors, it's kind of a snooze fest. Everybody's saying that they're going to do other things during that time of the day. I might watch that. Cooper Flag's good. Rockets Lakers, bro. KD, Luca, LeBron. Yes, sir. Sign me up for that. Timberwolves Nuggets. Bro, that is the latest game of ever. It's like, let's see, this Lakers game's at 5 Pacific. So this, yeah, the Timberwolves Nuggets game's like a 7:30 tip on the West
Dang.
Coast. Bro, on Christmas, I'm about to fall asleep,
Yeah.
but maybe I'll watch that. I don't know how deep into the NBA you have been, if you're following it much at all, or if you have any thoughts on any of these games, if you're gonna watch any of them on Christmas.
I might tune in. Not a big NBA guy just because simply the product is not that good.
Mm,
There's if you like a lot of offense,
sure, sure.
that's your sport.
Yeah,
I am more of a defensive minded guy, and I
yeah.
like
Defensive head
people
or D
trying.
coordinator, in DC, Coach Trev.
The coordinator for the freshman team. Come on now. You know. But yeah, defensive line coach too, JV Varsity. Let's not leave that out. But I like defense and I like people trying. If you're gonna score and put up a lot of points, I'd like to know that you actually earned it. Um, when I watch NBA, just kind of call me a old man, get off the lawn, but let's play some defense, guys. Let's not draw fouls all the time. I mean, hey, I like watching junior college basketball, like we call the games at Palomar, because
Yeah,
those dudes are actually trying. That is fun basketball to watch.
yeah.
The NBA, to me, now that's your sport, cool, but the NBA to me is not that entertaining.
I'll tell you
I
what, I've really gotten
It's
into
a
college
3-point
basketball more
contest. Yeah.
because, like, I mean, JUCO ball, yeah, and even just Division One college basketball. Like, I was at the Arizona game, Arizona SDSU. Arizona's a good team. I mean, they're the number one team in
Mhm.
the country, but that was a fun game. Like, that's defense, bro. Like college ball, they play D. There's different styles of play. NBA, yeah, it's like the majority of shots are threes, um, which can be like, dang, they're just doing the same thing, running to the corner, shooting a three. At least in
Yeah.
college ball, you get different styles of play. Um, if you're to watch any of these basketball games, which one are you watching?
Um, Probably my favorite player in the league would be Anthony Edwards. So I'd probably say Timberwolves.
Okay.
I claim to be a Clippers fan, but I don't really care. Um, yeah, but I love watching Anthony Edwards play. I think he plays it the right way.
He's a good player.
Um, yeah, he's probably my favorite player in the league right now, and he's also just so funny
Yeah,
too.
he
Like
is.
I love just like watching him. Like he is hilarious. But yeah, maybe I'll get into the college basketball realm, especially when the NFL season is over and we have that like terrible like 2.5 month period of the year where it's like February to
Yeah.
April.
It's
There's
like
no
just
football.
basketball.
Yeah, it's just basketball. Like there's no football, no baseball, which is I think our two main sports, which is probably
Yeah.
what you're gonna see us talk about a lot on here.
Yeah.
Um,
And once these big free agents sign in MLB, we're talking Kyle Tucker, Alex Bregman, uh,
yeah,
if Tarek School gets traded, like, we'll talk about it on the pod. So I know we didn't talk a lot of football, as we rightfully will, because football
yeah,
is king and it's the only thing happening right now. Um,
yeah. It's best
but
sport in
we want you
America.
to know we're ready to talk baseball too. Like, just wait till baseball season. Like, we'll talk ball. You know,
Yeah,
Angels, Dodgers fans here. We're excited for the baseball season to come up when things happen in the off season. Once
three
Kyle Tucker
P.
signs, we'll be there.
Yeah. And one more thing I want to mention, kind of putting you on the spot here because I didn't tell you about it, but this is a
Sure, sure,
sports
sure.
podcast. So that fight Friday night,
Mm.
Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua, again, didn't get to watch it, but I kind of saw the recap and
I'm not gonna
highlights
lie,
of
I didn't
that.
even know it was happening until I heard he got knocked out,
Me
and I was like,
too.
"Oh, it was a fight today?"
Yeah, I knew that they were fighting. I didn't know it was Friday.
Yeah.
But I am glad to see Jake Paul get knocked out. And before everyone calls me a hater, this dude was fighting no one. Now, I'm not a big
Mhm.
boxing guy, but my dad is a big boxing guy. I'm talking like this dude has every Mike Tyson fight on VHS tape. Like
Wow.
he is a boxing guru. Like he loved Mike Tyson. Um, and he's just like, this dude is insulting the sport because he's claiming to be a boxer when you're only fighting like retired guys, dudes that like are amateurs,
He
and
fought Nate
like
Robinson.
like MMA guys.
Former
Like,
NBA player.
yeah, like
What are you doing?
you're claiming you want to be a world champion.
Yeah.
That's bogus, and I'm glad he actually fought someone. And people want to say, "Oh, give him his kudos." No, I'm not going to give him his kudos because you want to be a boxer, you're gonna have to fight the best of the best.
Yeah.
All right, and you went in there and you got your bell rung. I mean, you were running around the ring, and I forget exactly what he weighs in at, but he was out of shape.
He
He was
broke
like
his
holding
damn
on
jaw.
to his leg. Yeah, he broke his jaw. He got knocked down a couple times. So even if it didn't end in KO, he definitely would have lost that fight. I mean,
100%.
Anthony Joshua was just toying with him. He had him up against the ropes, and he was laughing.
Yeah.
No, like that is disrespectful, bro. And
That's
then
next
they're
level.
like the pre-fight conferences, like Jake Paul was doing all this like gimmicky stuff, like trying to get in the space and laughing. And it's just funny because Anthony Joshua has him by like 3 or 4 inches, so he's like looking up like this, and it's like, dude, what are you doing? And you see like Anthony Joshua go like this, and at the
Oh,
end of the fight when he knocked him out, he did that again. It's just like, bro, you want to step in the ring, you're gonna have to fight people and actually beat them before you consider a boxer.
yeah,
You're just an entertainer at this point. Like
exactly.
go if you want to be an entertainer, there's a WWE right down the street. Your brother does it. Go ahead and join that, bro.
Yeah.
That's scripted. That's 100% in your realm. Boxing is a real man sport, bro.
Yeah. I could tell you wanted to get that one out for sure.
Yeah, I was waiting to get that off my chest, bro.
There we go. Well, this was one of our longer episodes, but we covered a lot. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully, you stayed through the whole thing. Make sure to follow us on Instagram. Link in the description. This podcast also up on Spotify. So if you want to check it out there, or if you're on Spotify, it's also on YouTube. So make sure you follow us on every platform. Share, like, subscribe, follow. Stay tuned for the next episode. There will be another one coming out again this week. And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.